My name is Barkley Hessler, and I will be continuing our presentation on our second setting, which is using educational gaming in the higher education setting. So much like K-12, educational gaming is consistently present and being used in higher education by adult learners and instructors. And there are many parallels between gaming and learning in this type of setting, just like in a K-12 setting. The benefits include achievement and rewards, interactivity and feedback, motivation and competition, playfulness and problem-based learning, collaborative learning, progression and repetition, as well as realism and immersion. So very similar to the K-12 setting, instructors and students are getting this type of benefit or these type of benefits, just like the younger adult learners and younger students do. It also motivates students to learn on their own and build connections within an academic community while immersing students in content. This, I think, speaks very well to the higher education setting because after high school or after 12th grade, you were in college. And so you were more independent and you're on your own. And I think this type of trend of educational gaming also helps them become more independent because a game is exciting, it's fun, it's interactive. And I think that also motivates them to want to learn or build on a skill or concept. It also promotes active learning, so they are actively participating in the learning process rather than just passively absorbing this information. I specifically remember being in college with a professor just sitting there in a lecture and taking notes and having assignments and being bored. I know that I absorbed the information to some degree, but I had to go back and reread and study constantly my notes to remember the information for any final exam or something like that. Whereas I think more of an active approach in college would have been better because I must admit I've never, ever, ever had gaming when I was in college getting my undergrad or my bachelor's degree. So I think that if I did have that type of trend being used in my classrooms, it would have been more fun, engaging, and I probably would have more actively participated in the course itself because I had a motivation to. This furthermore shows that when digital gaming is integrated effectively, that it can enhance the learning experience, increase student engagement, and help students develop a deeper understanding of the subject matter. There was a study that states the main reason gamification should be used as a tool in higher education is because it helps build connections among members of an academic community through encouraging collaboration and competition. So specifically in this second setting of higher education, I saw that word or phrase a lot, building connections in an academic community. I feel like in a college or a higher education setting, community is huge because there are different types of learners and different ages, some between 19 to even older, 30s or 40s, going back and getting their higher education degree. So I feel like that collaboration and community is huge when it comes to using this type of trend. It goes on to explain that gamified learning process has the potential to immerse your students in the curricular content and cultivates a positive attitude towards study. So I think really here just makes it more fun. It's more positive. It's a better way of learning or immersing in the content rather than just studying your notes that you took from being in a lecture. Furthermore, it all shows that when digital gaming is integrated effectively, that it can enhance the learning and increase the student engagement. Kind of going back to what I said on my previous slide. So for higher education setting to have success with implementing this type of trend, there are a few key details that we studied and researched. One of those key details is to select games that align with the learning objectives. So select something that is aligned to what we need to learn as learners. Provide clear instruction and guidelines. Add meaningful feedback. So after the game is over, what feedback can the professor or teacher give to the students after the fact? and ensure accessibility and inclusivity. So making sure that all learners can learn, all learners can use the tool or the game in order for it to be the most effective possible trend. In all, it's important to be aware of the purpose of the game function, whether it be presenting new information to introduce content, a supplemental tool for instruction, so kind of skill and drill, or a tool for developing and applying the learned knowledge. So kind of like studying and preparing for that further exam or the final outcome of the course. And our final thoughts as we explored and learned this fun trend of digital gaming, which we as teachers, we all did, and we talked about this and discussed is that we do apply this trend in our classrooms. We do all use games. And our final thoughts are that there are countless benefits when it comes to using educational gaming. It provides opportunities for self-regulated learning, allowing learners to set goals, monitor progress, assess the effectiveness or ineffectiveness of the strategies, and learn and reflect from their success or mistakes. Integration of games can be challenging and overwhelming to many people, but it can also be managed by having an open mind and through exploration and collaboration. So we like to say that the sky is the limit with educational gaming because if educators and if learners are willing to try, I think that everyone would be pleasantly surprised that it is an effective way to reach students and to reach those who like the gaming piece or those students who like to video game at home. It's something that is actually very engaging to do in a classroom. So all in all, we really enjoyed exploring this topic, and it was a fun research paper also to kind of explore and learn about. And here are our references that we've used.